Okay, so you sent us this transcript. It's from Mind Motivation Coaching on YouTube. Really energetic stuff about achieving your goals. We thought, yeah, let's do a deep dive. Let's unpack the key ideas here about self-focus, about perseverance. Basically, our mission today is to pull out the actionable advice on building that inner fire and, just sticking with it.
Yeah, and what jumps out right away is the intense focus on, well, what's going on inside?
Yeah.
It's less about the prize and more about embracing the struggle,
Mhm.
actually falling in love with the work itself. This idea of having a made-up mind. It really connects with psychological commitment, right? Once you're truly decided, it's harder to back down.
Exactly. You need that internal conviction, something that, doesn't need cheers from the sidelines to keep you moving. And it's a short point they make. If you give up easily, maybe that desire, that real want wasn't quite there.
Which flows right into this idea of just relentless belief. The transcript uses such strong language, like not moved by how impossible it looks or not discouraged by how long it's taking.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
And don't give up because people told you no.
Yeah.
It's about this almost stubborn commitment. And interestingly, it suggests that if you keep failing, maybe you just need to want it more, like intensify that desire.
Right. And then there's the practical step. The speaker says, ask yourself, what do I really want? And then critically write it down, make it tangible.
Absolutely. It's more than just a thought floating around. Writing it down, it forces clarity. The speaker links writing to thinking and then to creating that mental picture, the vision. They position visionaries as the real change makers. So it circles back to that inner focus, but gives you a way to define and sort of anchor it.
Something else that really struck me was the bit about mental preparation versus physical. They actually say, if you're not mentally ready, you're never really physically prepared.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Suggesting the mind's limits are, well, way broader than the body's. Makes you wonder how often we are the main obstacle mentally.
It flips the script, doesn't it? It's not just about physical effort. It's about getting your head right first, which kind of makes you ask yourself, how much time do you actually spend on that mental game when you're chasing something big?
Good question. And inevitably, the topic of failure comes up. The speaker doesn't shy away from it. Says something like, everybody that done made them. Mistakes, that is.
Yeah, basically saying success and setbacks go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. They say you got to fail in order to win.
Right.
And that analogy about missing shots to learn how to hit them, it just normalizes it, makes failure seem less final. And I like the line, the road to success is always under construction. It's messy,
It really is. And just when things feel tough, those bad breaks, the speaker says the bad breaks is coming, but they usually come right before the big break is about to happen.
A bit of hope there.
Yeah, it's a message about resilience, pure and simple. You stumble, you fall.
Go back up again. That's the core of it. So pulling it all together for you listening, it's really about cultivating that deep inner focus, believing fiercely in your goals, getting crystal clear on your vision, prioritizing that mental game, and crucially seeing failure not as an end, but just part of the path, a step.
Spot on. So think about that. As you go about your day, maybe reflect on this. What's one area, just one, in your life right now where applying this kind of relentless, unwavering self-belief could make the biggest difference? Something to chew on.